Hey mates, welcome to Fighnimates and welcome to episode 3 of Sketch Talk. I hope you all had a great week so far. I really enjoy doing these Sketch Talk videos because I just get to sit down, relax, and talk to you guys about something that I'm struggling with or that's on my mind or whatever. So yeah, let's do that in this episode. And this time I want to talk about language, the language barrier, and fighting the language barrier. And just to note, it's not something I struggle with a lot now, but starting the channel and starting doing voiceover, that was something that I was really struggling with. So I just want to make this video to hopefully encourage future YouTube artists, creators who are not native English speakers, who are getting discouraged by this language barrier that is kind of like knocking you down, especially if you're not a native English speaker. So for most of you, I'm just going to say, like, I think you already know that I'm not a native English speaker because I have a really thick accent when I'm speaking English, but I don't mind, and like, I don't think you guys mind, otherwise you would have said something. So for those of you who are interested in, like, my native language is Dutch. I live in the Netherlands, and before that I lived in Suriname, and there the native tongue is also Dutch. So yeah, I grew up with Dutch, but I had a fascination with the English language. I loved reading books in English. I loved watching English TV shows, and I liked the sound of English, and it sounded really cool to me as a kid. So I was really intrigued by it. So I kind of like taught myself it even before like starting school. So that's like, I think it gave me kind of a boost and the motivation to also like speak English in my videos. But it wasn't always that easy for me. Like, now that I know this, like, even making this video, talking to you guys, the words come easier than they used to, because like I remember with my first video, not the first video on Fighnimates, but the first video I decided to do a voiceover. Yeah, let's do a story time. So the first video I decided to do a voiceover, I was pretty nervous, and I just did it. Like, I just pushed myself. I just said, I'll do it, I'll try it, I'll see how it goes. And I remember doing it, I think, a couple of times. Like, at the 5th or 6th time I had a voiceover I was satisfied with. I wasn't happy because there was still a lot of like, when you're really struggling with the language, you'll get a lot of and silent moments and really trying to find the words, and that can be discouraging if you're if you're hearing it back, because you're like, oh no, I'm so bad, I don't want to upload this. So I really had that at the beginning of like doing voiceovers, but I just like uploaded the video. And what really discouraged me is, at the time I was still in high school, you could call it, and most of my classmates like knew that I had a YouTube channel, and one particularly like made fun of my English in that video, like my pronunciation, the mistakes I made, and I was already discouraged and like really doubting myself, but I still did it. And hearing that, like, it knocked me down, and I did a really stupid thing that I regret now, but I deleted the video from my YouTube channel because like I already thought it was bad, but really having someone say it was bad gave me like the thing that I needed. Like, okay, so my English is like, you can't hear it, otherwise you wouldn't say something about it. But like, looking back, that was really stupid, and the person, I think, just did it to bring me down. Like, he could have said something that would encourage me to keep doing it and to get better, but he didn't. So I let that affect me, but I shouldn't have let that affect me, but I noticed that eventually, and I just got back at it, and I just got back at making videos with voiceovers, because I didn't want the channel in Dutch. And the reason I wanted to do the channel in English is because you have a wider reach. English is a world language, and if you speak it on your channel, you'll attract more people, and I didn't want my audience to just be from the Netherlands and like Dutch speaking countries. I wanted to interact with as many people as possible, just to really get to know all different kinds of people, because there are a lot of cultures, there are a lot of different peoples, and I didn't want language to limit myself, so I would like I just said to myself, okay, I'm going to fight this language barrier. And I noticed that with every video I made, with every voiceover I did, I got a little bit better. Like my vocabulary grew, I could find the words easier. I would stop doing all the you know what I mean, in the videos, and I got more comfortable doing the voiceovers. And when I noticed, like, at certain videos I would just like needed to do one track, one voiceover, and I would be satisfied. I wouldn't cringe anymore when I would hear myself speak back, and mistakes would like they wouldn't bother me more. And that's because I stuck to it. Like, I think I have about between the 70 and 80 videos with me like doing voiceovers. Maybe it's below the 70, but that's quite a few videos that I did voiceover, and I pushed myself, and with every single video I kind of bettered myself. But that wouldn't happen if I stopped with the first video and told myself I can't do it. And I'll tell you this now, probably if you're not good at English at the beginning, you're not going to sound as great as you hope to sound. You're going to make a lot of mistakes. You're not going to like hearing your voiceovers back. You're going to struggle finding the words, and you're going to need to do extra effort that other like native English speakers don't need to, because like they grow up with the language. But that shouldn't discourage you. It should push you. It should like keep you trying. And every time like I stumble upon a YouTube channel with a YouTube artist that has like an accent, so I know, so that's not a native English speaker. And sometimes I can hear the mistakes, but I'm always glad that they're trying, you know. They're not letting that language barrier knock them down. They're fighting it, they're climbing it, and with every single video they're making, they're getting better, you know. They're fighting the language barrier head on. And that's art. That's what art is all about, you know. It's facing challenges. And certain like YouTube artists, YouTube creators who really want to make videos and want to explain what they're doing. And yeah, like if you're doing voiceovers, if you're talking, you can better like explain yourself if you're rather than like doing videos where you're not talking, because those are fun to watch, but when you're really engaging with the audience, you really can capture their attention. So that's like a big plus point to doing voiceovers. And like that's the reason I wanted to do it, you know, because I could have stuck with just uploading videos, like it would be really limited to digital paintings, but I really wanted to do more with my channel. So I had to push myself, and I kind of like I like the place that I am now. Like my English is far from perfect, and I'll never be as good as a native English speaker, but I won't let that discourage me. As long as you guys can understand me, as long as I'm satisfied and I know that I'm pushing myself, that I'm trying, that with every video I make, I'm fighting that language barrier and I'm not letting it beat me and discourage me, I'm satisfied. And I just want to like share that with you guys. If you want to be a YouTube creator, a YouTube artist, like have a fan base or whatever, a community, and you want to speak English for the same reasons as me, so you can like connect with a lot more people than just like your country where they speak just your native language. Like that's the reason you want to do English. You want to speak English in your videos, and don't let it discourage you at the beginning. And I can tell you right now that you'll probably like have a few people who will comment on it. You'll probably not like hearing yourself talk back. You'll hear the mistakes you make a lot, but don't let that discourage you. Upload that video and get better at the next video. Keep improving yourself. If you know you're struggling with it, you know what to do to improve it, you know. Like there are a lot of things you can do to improve it. Like the way I improve my English is basically I like reading in English, so that helps my vocabulary. I watch most of my movies and TV shows in English, so like I'm hearing it, I know I'm picking it up. Even if it's slowly, I'm improving myself like on a slow pace, and making these videos, conversating with you guys. Also like doing the live streams, being on the spot there, that you have to speak English, that can really like help you. It's throwing yourself out there, and it's really like making you improvise in the moment. So yeah, like that's something I wanted to share. If any of you guys who aren't like native English speakers and you have a YouTube channel and you're speaking English in your videos, maybe you can comment on what I just shared. Like is the language barrier something that's one of your biggest struggles when making YouTube videos? Is it that, or maybe is it the editing or the drawing? Like, for me, it was for a long time, it was the language barrier, like whenever I wanted to make a YouTube video, I had this idea that I really liked, and editing, you can always like watch tutorials for it and like slowly improve yourself. But for me, it was always the language barrier. Like, okay, like the biggest the biggest thing I would do is, okay, I really would prep myself. Okay, now I'm sitting down, I have my mic. Okay, sometimes I would like write some words like for keynotes on the sheet of paper. Like, okay, look at those when you're stuck, and just like talk calmly to the mic, and it will all be okay. And that used to be a very big deal for me, but like after making 70 videos where I've done voiceovers, it comes natural. I can tell you right now, I can promise you, it will get easier, it will get better, and eventually you'll enjoy it. You'll enjoy it and you'll get better. And sometimes when I'm like speaking English with somebody or something or whatever, and they comment on, oh, your English is not bad, and like I know that I push myself so I can be proud, and I make YouTube videos, so I kind of like push myself to get better at English because I really want to connect with as many people as possible, and you'll get a great feeling, I can tell you that. So yeah, that's something I wanted to share in this sketch talk, and like hopefully encourage some like whoever watched this video and is struggling with the language barrier. Maybe I encouraged you to just keep trying it and keep pushing it. And I've been there, I'm still there. I'm still like struggling, I'm still fighting it, but don't let it discourage you, because you don't have to be a native English speaker to be a YouTube artist, or to only be allowed to make YouTube videos in English. And those people will have it easier than you because they don't need to worry about the language, because that's something they grew up with and they know how to do because it's their native language. And for us, it's more of we need to think about it, we need to improve it, and we need to fight it, but we don't have to be discouraged by it. So yeah, that's something I wanted to share with you guys. I like doing these sketch talks. I'll try to like keep one coming every week or something, because I have my videos piling up in just my video library, my screen recordings, and not every screen recording I have something planned with. So like throwing them in these sketch talks, I get some content out there on the channel. So yeah, if you have like any questions in the comment, you want me to answer, like a Q&A section that I wanted to start in sketch talk, let me know. I'll gladly start a Q&A section and answer some questions from the comments in the videos. If you guys want that, if you want anything like for me to answer, the sketch talk would be a perfect opportunity, perfect time for me to do that. So yeah, let me know in the comments. Of course, if you like this, give it a thumbs up. Let me know in the comments what you think, what you thought about this video, if you have similar problems, if you understand where I'm coming from, or if you disagree completely, because that can also happen. Follow me on social media. I've been trying to get active on Instagram and Tumblr and Twitter, but mostly Instagram I'm active on. So yeah, it's just Fighnimates, like at Fighnimates. You can find all the links in the description. Hit the notification button so you don't miss any videos from Fighnimates. And as always, oh wait, before I say that, if you're new to this channel, don't forget to subscribe. That really helps me. And share this video if you liked it, so more people can see it, and the channel has a greater reach, so yeah, I can grow and all that. And yeah, now I can say it. And as always, don't forget to stay awesome. Peace.